I think business funding is rad. And now we're recording, so I want to say I want to be rich, and hopefully that comes to reality.
Awesome, man. So why'd you join the academy?
Dude, because I produce these deals and I've just been relying on a back end that charged me a fucking arm and a leg. And actually joining this academy worked to my benefit because I hardballed the fucking dickens out of them. So now I have a little more breathing room, but the goal is to just like milk it for the time being. I'm gonna get in a short-term contract with them, but like the goal is to like learn everything I need to from this academy so I can just do this shit myself.
Cool. Nope. All right, who's next?
Guess it's me.
Awesome. What's going on? Introduce yourself.
My name is Sigmund, 24 years old. Graduated college in 2021. I messed that up yesterday, but graduated college in 2021 with a degree in nursing. I was a nurse for 1 year. Quit that job. Now I do high ticket sales. And I joined the academy so that I could leverage my credit, build my businesses.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Oh, awesome guys. Cool. So let's kind of start off by kind of beginning tonight's call then, everyone, and I'll kind of go into it. If we're about 19-20 people here on the call, so if everyone wants to drop their IGs down below, go feel free to connect with more people, get more in your network, get more. If you don't have any friends, here's your new set of friends, guys. Okay, so let's all make some friends, make new money. And let me show you the ways on how I've been making money and how my students, my past students, and also my new students will be making money as well. So let me get into tonight's call as well. All right, guys. So let's start off by kind of sharing this screen. All right, can everyone see my screen?
Yep.
Awesome. Perfect. Cool. Let me just admit these people in right now. Awesome. So yeah, guys, want to just say, thank you all for being on tonight's Thursday night call. I know it's 8 p.m. EST, it's 5 p.m. post standard time. And I'm grateful to have everyone on tonight's call. All 20 of you guys, probably going to end up with like 30-40 people by the end of it. Some guys just get late into things, but kind of want to introduce myself first, right? And introduce the academy. So we've been now doing the academy now for about 3+ years, I'd say. I think this is the 3rd year. And yeah, I think it's been going really well. I've been learning a lot of things. I've been learning how to build a community. And, not just like everyone has a Discord, right? But really a genuine community where we can all come together and we can all relate. And I know that, using the Telegram application and the services on Telegram, it can be very rapid. I understand that. So, I like people to just check in every day, or at least, once every couple of days, read the messages, right? Read this, read that, kind of get yourself flowing, but understand that, that's how we communicate. I feel as if Discord sometimes, for me, I get very confused on that. So I'm not a fan of Discord, but we want to turn things, and I want to accelerate into another app or another platform to have everything kind of structured. So I'll be working with that behind the scenes. But for now, we're going to be using Telegram and communicating directly on there and on these Zoom calls, because I want to have more personable Zoom calls, right? So every Thursday night, or at least, every 2 weeks, I want to leave you guys with a Thursday Zoom so you can understand what we're doing and you can understand what we got going on here. Okay. And understand that like this is a long-term thing. So like I've been doing this now for 3+ years. So every single year on year, like it's not going to stop. So we're at 300+ students right now. We've done 3 masterminds already. So I want to do another one by the end of the year or the summertime. So let's kind of like hop into it, guys. Okay. So before, I even get into everything, I want to introduce myself. Okay. Someone of, I want to introduce like what my goals are, right? I've heard your goals. So I want you guys to know what my goals are for my academy, or I guess my business, and, sharing a business now with Alec, who's come into the business as well, right? So understand that, the team is everything, okay? You can't have a business and go alone and expect to go so far. So my whole goal is, right, a bit backstory about me is that I don't have a college degree. I dropped out of my final year, okay? I don't have any business experience, right? And I started to just learn from other people. You have to learn from other people in business and in other practices to get ahead, right? That's what you're all doing here. If anyone has ever created an online business that has, done lots of numbers, lots of people, then I'm willing to learn, right? So if you haven't done it, that's why you're here on tonight's call. You want to learn about credit. You want to learn about making money. You want to learn about skills that will pay you time and time again, right? So, my whole thing is my business has done multiple six figures, and it will be going on to 7, okay? But this ability to have a business, right, to impact lives because we have a great product and there's an in-demand service, right? And when there's an in-demand service and people get results, then it's a business, right? It's something that you can sell. It's something that I'm not here selling, protein shakes or Coca-Cola bottles, right? I'm here selling you value that I find value in it as well because I've created the results, right? So it's the ability to create freedom from anywhere with a smartphone. So if you're looking for that as well, having the ability to be free, right? Most people might want to buy a home, and that's completely cool, and do the 40-40 rule. But that's not me. I like to live free. I like to be more free and be more remote. Okay. You don't have to just go on the plan of buying a house and having that mortgage and for 40 plus years. I think we live in a new time where we just want to get up and go somewhere. So like my picture, I just want to get up and go to Colombia for 2 weeks. I just want to get up and go here for 2 weeks and go there for 2 weeks. So that's what I want to do. Your goals are different. So by the end of 2025, I want to have 1,000 plus clients to say that I've served 1,000 plus people. Because what I've learned is that if you impact more lives, ideally it's going to be a reflection of what you've done, right, in your career, and it's just going to come back to you. Okay. So as we keep going into the Credit Academy, my vision is to be able to host world-class events and impact more lives. And at the same time, take those handful of students that see the vision of where we're going to also maybe one day be on that stage with me to provide value. So that's kind of like the goals that I have in mind. And if you're interested in doing those things, and create that movement for yourself, create that, and let me know, because I'm always wanting to open up the door for you. Okay. So if you're new here and you don't know what we've been doing, this is what we've been doing, right? This is the structure of what we've had going on. So just recently, we just finished a mastermind. As you can see, right, there's people on this call that were there, okay, committed their time to coming down to South Florida, to Miami, and being in person. All right. So I truly appreciate that. I genuinely have mad respect for you guys coming down, okay, and coming and learning and sharing ideas, but being a part of what we have, because the academy is your academy too. It's just not my academy, okay? It's something that if you have value to give the value and give what you came for, okay? If you have knowledge, share the knowledge, share the, you're all paying members of an organization. So if your coworker has done the same things as you, then help each other, because you're only going to grow from your experiences. All right. So that was a Miami one. We had one 2 years ago. This was a Vegas one. Really cool turnout, right? So we're trying to just build and scale like every other business. But I love my business because of the fact that it gives me a purpose. It's not a business that's just transactional. It's a business that, is a personal business, So it's something that I enjoy doing every day. I enjoy impacting lives. I enjoy pushing people's buttons. I enjoy challenging others because I also like to be challenged myself, So that's just the way I function. So tell yourself if that's the way you want to go. And, obviously this isn't the main goal to create a mastermind. It's to get results off of credit, but also at the same time, when you have people in your corner, right, as a coach or anything like that, as a mentor, then take that advantage as well. Because I think just my next quote here, right, this was a screenshot from probably, I don't know, a year ago, probably, right? So we're at like nearly 100+ members already, but take this quote and really drill it into your heads that wealthy people look for networks, whilst the rest of the world look for work. So, if you want a high paying job, you're probably going to ask someone in your circle. If you want to go to the next level, or you want access to something, right, it's going to be in your networks. Okay, so you're paying really for a network of people to do business with. You're paying for the ability to expand and grow and do business with these types of individuals. Does that make sense, guys? Cool. Thumbs up. Cool. And don't forget too, when we expand the network, right, we want to get paid for our networks, right? So if you're on this call, right, and you just want to record the call, right, record the call and tag Credit Academy, tag Joey's Jet, tag everyone on this call and share the love. You know what I mean? Because this business is I'd say about 75% referrals only, right? You've all been referred from the academy, right? This is a private group. We don't need to accept everyone into this group. We don't need everyone, and not everyone needs us. Okay. So just a quick little shout out to student of the month here. If you're on the call here, I want to give a shout out to Desmond for, in February, kind of, coming out to the mastermind, creating content as well. Okay. Being a content creator, right? Investing in passive flows of income throughout automations and through Credit Academy, getting a bunch of credit by taking action. And then also I'm going to be helping Desmond personally, myself, Alec, and the team, where we're going to actually collaborate now on a new business idea. And we're going to help Desmond here create his first $100,000 in a very short amount of time here. So the collaboration is going to be this, right? We're going to have, I feel like we lack in the academy a little bit of knowledge on the point system and how the points get operated. So I want to really, get in on the travel side, right? The points to passport. So this collaboration here, shout out to you, Desmond, if you're on the call. I think it's been really exciting where, he has a Credit Academy franchise, and also he's going to be creating his own online business and having his own online presence as well. And really giving him the leadership skills, giving him the sales skills, giving him the marketing skills, the branding skills to accelerate his online business, to create his own freedom. So when I talk about freedom, right, I talk about being remote, being anywhere. Well, hell, you're going to learn a lot about being remote. You're going to learn a lot about how to get free travel in these next few slides about what I'm going to say in tonight's call, because you guys don't know the topic yet, which is completely cool. So we will begin, guys. All right, cool. So on tonight's call, we are going to be talking about step 4 in the Credit Academy. All right. Now, what is step 4? I talk about credit card hacking. Okay. Credit card hacking is the ability to use your credit, okay, for multiple resources at scale in order to get free travel, cashback, or other tangible resources. Okay. Now, step 4 is going to be the part where I've come into this, and this is where I was loving life. Okay, this is really where I got myself involved into the credit industry, or I guess the online marketing industry, and all this stuff, right? So my very first experience of having my credit card hacking journey came when I went to watch the UFC. Right, I can't remember 221 or 224, and I was able to go and watch Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov, right, 4 or 5 years ago, and I was able to use my Chase Sapphire Preferred card, right, where I spent $4,000 and I got 100,000 points, okay, and that 100,000 points equated to about $1,200 or $1,250 in cash back. So I used those points. I got free travel, okay. I had the ability to go ahead and stay in free hotels and free flights. And you can check it out on my IG as well, where, you know, it was a cool thing to do. So I witnessed the first, you know, place of actually using points for free and leveraging the ability to use it at scale of credit, right? We always get talked about on credit about, you know, oh my God, you should only have like, you know, your mom and dad probably tell you, oh my God, have like 1 or 2 credit cards, right? You know what I'm saying? So if you're having just 1 or 2 credit cards, well, what's the point of just having 1 or 2 credit cards, right? Why not go for more? But at the same time, when you go for more, be financially responsible. Yeah. So make sure that you're coming on to tonight's call, making sure that you are responsible, right? And learning manufactured spending, okay? So what is manufactured spending? How did I do that? How did I go to Vegas for free and get a free flight in a hotel there? Well, I use this, the name manufactured spending is just spending the act of spending money solely on the purpose of generating reward points or a cashback to accelerate meeting your minimum spend requirements. Okay. So if you haven't learned about this, get familiar with this because this is tonight's topic. Okay. We're going to be talking about credit card hacking. So here's the play, guys. Okay. Here's what's done. Okay. Very simple. Okay. I know I share it in the videos, but sometimes we do need a reminder and we do need to, you know, we do need to go ahead and, you know, pretty much know how to do the play. So, okay. So we go ahead and we buy a Simon gift card. Okay. Simon gift cards are going to be our new best friends. Okay. When it comes to this. Now, what we do is we can buy it online or in person, and then we can convert the, you know, the gift card into a money order and put the money order back into the bank account. It's very simple. You might have heard it before. You might not have heard it. Okay. But it's something that can be done and generating income from it as well. Okay. So how does the play work? Where can you do it? Where, you know, where are the areas you can go? Well, first of all, you can go to the Simon Mall. So right now I want you to write down for your homework. I want you to write down, okay, Simon Mall near me. I want you to look that up right now. I'll give you 2 seconds. Cool. So if you don't have a Simon Mall near you, okay, that's completely fine. All right. Because where would we go to get them? Well, we would go to our online, obviously, simon.giftcardmall.com. Okay. And I'm going to point out which gift card you'd want to get, right? So like I said, in this world of credit card hacking, okay, this is not illegal. This is just frowned upon, okay? Right? The things we're doing aren't going to put us in jail, okay? And nor do I want us to be in jail at all, guys, okay? We're just finding a system where there's a loophole. And when there's a loophole in something, right, people take advantage of that loophole, okay? I'm not saying go ahead and, you know, go crazy or go wild, but I'll give you the pros of what we do here, okay? The pros of it is that you can make a lot of money doing this. And there's companies out there doing this, buying gift cards all the time, okay? Now, the cons of it, you know, the one cons is that you can get your credit card shut down like one of my old students did, okay? Where he would do these methods all the time, but he got his credit card shut down. So make sure that, you know, you understand the pros, you understand the cons, all right? Now, okay, well, oh my God, you know, well, he was doing hundreds of thousands of dollars on this, which is completely acceptable, okay? But make sure you understand that you can get your card shut down. So let's go to it, okay? So the Simon gift card, simon.giftcardmall.com. So if there's not one local to you, then make sure that you can go buy it online. So you're gonna buy I would get the gray one right here at the bottom, okay? That's what I would get personally. I wouldn't get like the red one or the white one because it has too much on it. Like you want to go do it and you want to go ahead and do it and make sure, you know, it looks like a debit card. Okay. So you want to cover your thumb with a debit card. And where can you do it? So once you get the gift cards and you buy it with a credit card, well, Joey, you know, which credit card do I buy it with? Like, well, obviously the one that you want to do it on. So let's say you want to, I always use this great example. If you have a Delta card, credit card, okay? And Delta says within a calendar year, okay, if you spend $30,000 in a calendar year, you might get, I don't know, 2 free luggages and a status of some sort, okay? Where you get early check-in, you get this, you get 2 free luggages. Like, it depends on the lifestyle that you have. If you work a corporate job or you just travel a lot, you know, you might want to use an airline credit card for this, okay? If you just want to do it because you want to hit your sign-up bonus, right, on a credit card, and it says, well, if I spend X amount of dollars, I get X amount of points, right? So you just might want to do it for that play as well, just to have 100,000 points so you can take you and your girlfriend on a vacation, or take yourself to a, you know, to an exotic destination, whatever the case may be. Like, you can hit the sign-up bonuses, okay? And there's so many sign-up bonuses out there, okay? So determine what you want to do it for and which type of credit card you can do it for. If you just want to get cash back because you want to make money, well, the Citi Double Cashback has a great play. Yeah. So go figure out which credit card you want. Do you just want to have it on a business credit so you can, you know, because we're using business credit or, you know, we're just doing these plays repeatedly, you just want to build up banking relationships and the history of banking relationships so you can get more limits up. You can increase your limits. Maybe you just want to do it for that as well, you know? So determine what you want to do it for and write that goal down for me, please. Okay. So where can you do it? Once you buy the Simon gift card, the gift cards, where can you go and exchange that money order from, right? So here's where I've done it. Okay. I've done it at Jewel Osco's in the North Midwest. I've done it here in South Florida, in Florida at Publix, right? I've had guys do it at Kroger's in the West Coast. So you're going to have to find a place that does say Western Union, and really you're going to have to take action on these plays. Okay. Maybe you might get declined. Okay. Cool. Someone's girl is listening to from the kitchen, and she's in the kitchen making you a sandwich right now. That's amazing, bro. So, you know, maybe it's there, you know, and yes, does it has to say Western? It doesn't. I mean, it might as well, right? Because that's where I've done it. But if you can find another place, you know, where it's at, then go ahead and do it there. Awesome. So maybe finding it where it's a place where, you know, supermarkets and areas with like second languages where they don't speak too well of English. They don't know what you're doing, right? But I've always had the ability to do it in like inner cities and just give it a shot. Just because it doesn't work at one supermarket doesn't mean it's not going to work at the next supermarket. It could be determined by the person behind the counter. Okay. So make sure that you don't just give up on your first try. No one wants to give up on their first try. Okay. I believe I would avoid Walmart, you know, just avoid Walmart because they are strict from what I heard, but you can always try it. And if it works, it works. Some people are just oblivious. They don't know. They might be new to working at a supermarket. So it really depends on the person. Okay. I'm telling you right now, you know, because the transaction on the credit card is the same as it's on a gift card. Okay. They're both transactions. They both have 16-digit numbers. They both say Visa, right? And you're transacting something at the end of the day where the company, the corporate company will get paid, right? It's a credit card merchant fee. Okay. So at the end of the day, everyone's making money. So it's not a bad thing. Okay. Talked about that. We talked about that. Okay. Now just another thing I want to talk about, right? Is this is a great one for Dick's Sporting Goods. Okay. This involves the retail method of sporting goods over here. Okay. So what are you going to do with, you know, manufactured spending if you want to not maybe get so many gift cards? And, you know, by the way, guys, so on the gift card play, it's going to be the last 4 digits. That's going to be your PIN number. So when you're swiping, and I have a video for that, but let's go into the retail method really quick. Okay. So the retail method, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna buy a product online. So let's say we go to dickssportinggoods.com. Let's say Dick's is on Rakuten, okay? What is Rakuten.com? Everyone type it in, Rakuten.com. And maybe even, you know, guys, just go to it. If you're online shoppers, you know, this is a way to get great cash back, okay? It's just a cashback website to add to your online product, okay? You can get a check in the mail. You can save on money, okay, when you're buying products. But let's say they had Dick's on there, okay? Now you're adding in buying a product from Dick's on your credit card at 2%. Now Dick's has a 5% offer on Rakuten. That's 7%. Let's say you buy something for $1,000 on Dick's, times that by 7% cash back. You just saved yourself. You just made $70, right? You made $70. You bought the item, it came to your house, you returned it on your debit card, right? I recommend Wells Fargo. It's the least lenient bank out there, right? You just made 70 bucks and you were going to go to Dick's already and buy yourself something. So that item at Dick's probably cost $70. So you got a free item for $70, which is pretty cool, you know? So try these methods out. Remember, try them out, try them out, try them out. If they don't work at one location, go to the next location. So like I said, guys, this is a different way to do things. This is called step 4, credit card hacking. Okay. And you've got to try these methods out. Okay. I haven't tried it at Dick's. I know people that have done it at Dick's. Okay. I've tried the Simon gift card play. It works. I know it works. I'm true to my word. Okay. I've done the Apple play where I've gone ahead and bought Apple products at Apple. I've returned the item and it's gone back to my debit card. Okay. I've tried that. It works. So you have to try things that work. Okay. Because I know these things do work. It's a glitch in the system. Okay. Now, how can we make this maybe a full-time business as well? How can you scale it, right? Anything at scale requires time and commitment. Okay. Yes, I can elaborate on the return on debit. So let's say you're buying something on a credit card, okay? You want to split the payment. Let's say you do it in person, okay? If you're going to do anything, right, it's going to be an in-person thing, okay? Let's say okay, so you're going to buy something, let's say online or, you know, in person at Dick's, right? You're either going to do it 100% with the credit card, okay? And buy the item. And then you're going to go back into Dick's and say, well, you know, you want to return the item. Well, most times you return things, they're going to ask you for, well, what credit card did you pay with? Just give them the debit card and you can either say, hey, my account was closed on my credit card, or hey, I lost my credit card, right? I don't have that anymore, right? Or sometimes at Apple, what I would do is like a split payment. So maybe you want to split. Ask Dick's, okay, well, can I put 90% on my credit card and 10% on my debit card? Because now when you go back, you know, you're not going to give them your credit card, you're going to give them the debit card and return that item back. Okay. So that's kind of like the play where I have more videos in the academy. So I break it down a lot more in those videos. We good on that, guys? Drop some fire emojis, tag me on IG. Like, let's, you know, what we saying? I don't see the chats blowing up. I just see a lot of cool. All right, we got some blessed emojis. Perfect. Awesome. Dope. Perfect. Now everyone's listening. They're not. All right, cool. Cool. Good stuff, everyone. Okay. So let's go to the next part here. I'm going to show you a real live example of what we did here. If this link plays, I will hit play. Can everyone see the YouTube link?
Loading.
Still loading? Okay. All right, everyone can see this?
Bit laggy.
It's lagging. Okay, yeah, I just paused it. All right, I'll play it and then if I'll send the link as well at the same time in the chats, okay?
So here we are. We're at the mall. Enjoy it with me.
All right, guys. So we're gonna do our, show. Gurus have to show what they have to show, right? So I'll show you guys today how we're gonna be getting Simon Mall gift cards. Okay, so stay tuned. All right, guys. So this is gonna be where we're getting our, displays of gift cards. Simon Mall. Okay, so it has to say Simon Mall. That's where you can get up to $10,000 in a day. All right, guys, so we're out here, right? Like I said before, we have to go here, right? We're gonna ask for 10 bags, 10K worth of gift cards. So see you guys in the next video. That's so funny.
I think, they probably don't open until a certain time.
Well, there might still be somebody there. They sell me on.
Okay.
I'll come back. You said down at that end of the mall?
Yes, and it's upstairs.
Upstairs, got it. Thank you.
Upstairs.
Yay. There you go.
Ooh, that's a lot of big receipt. How much did we just do?
10,000.
So here we get the gift cards, okay? We got the gift cards, okay? The last four of the card is a pin, all right? You have many different stores depending on where you live, okay? So it's all about trial and error, okay? 2 stores out of 8 didn't work. So I asked for $500 money orders and I'll continue to play. There you go. You can read it yourselves.
All right, guys, so we got 2 money orders here. So we know the drill. We're gonna do this. We're gonna put it back in our banks. Peace. You know when you're ready.
I'm just recording.
Ready?
It's recording.
All right, guys. So we finally finished, the Simon MS money order journey. Today I did $10,000. Let me show you the receipt because guess what? Success loves receipts. So we have those 3 here. There's 3 there. There's also, how many here? There is
17.
17, correct. So guys, that is $10,000 worth of money orders. Today I have netted maybe $140. So I used a city double cash at $10,000 times that by 2%. So I made $200 minus the fees minus $40. So I actually came out with a 160 minus the gas. So let's just take another $10. So 150 for the day.
Makes more sense now.
There. Hello, everyone there?
Yeah, it makes more sense now, Joey.
Awesome. Can you everyone see the slides?
Plug her up.
Yeah, slides are good.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
All right, everyone can see the slides here?
Yes.
Awesome, cool. So let's go into the next one, okay? So the other methods that we have here, very simple, okay? Very, if you find a crypto website that accepts credit cards, these are just cool to buy the crypto in USDC or USD USDT, right? If you, because there were, you know, crypto companies out there accepting credit cards. I'm not so sure about right now in these markets, but, you know, do your due diligence, DYOR, right? Dior, right? Do your own research and see what credit cards do accept crypto if you want to hit up a sign up bonus, right? So if you buy a USDC stable coin and you do that just to hit up your minimum requirements, well, you know, I personally have about 22 credit cards. I'm gonna be probably getting like 5 more this year on the business credit side. And yeah, so, you know, try it out, try the methods out, and they'll probably work for you. We have Frank Kirk, which shared a sports betting method. So if everyone wants to go to the private IG page, he shared a sports betting, a sports bet manufactured spending hack there. It's really hard for me to understand what he's talking about, but maybe, you know, hit him up. I shared his IG in the private IG page, but pretty much it goes if, you know, because I'm in a state where they don't accept sports betting, what I did was, you know, I couldn't really do it myself, so I didn't understand it as much. However, you know, if you're in a state where you're allowed to bet, maybe attach that new credit card on there, top it up with, you know, a play or, you know, a back-to-back play where, you know, you're gonna, I don't know, he said like some method where it's already a guaranteed win and you just have to do it and then decline the play before the game starts and then take the money back, right? So refund yourself and then just put the money back into your bank account to hit that sign up bonus. So if you're in that play in that area, reach out to him or kind of figure it out as I'm talking and you kind of understand what I'm saying. But yeah, and we've got the Dix method and just one more method as well, guys. Remember that, you know, if you want a easy method, which doesn't require time or effort, well, just invoicing yourself, right? Or invoicing your own company, right? Or invoicing a friend and him paying you back or something like that. That is also a form of manufactured spending as well. So, you know, take that into consideration, but also take into consideration that it will require a small percentage fee. Okay. There's a 3% fee with most merchant processors. Okay. 2.9% to be exact. Right. But, you know, understand, you know, well, if I make $1,200 or $1,000 and I have to minus $30 because I spent $1,000, or, you know, minus 4,000, minus 120, so minus $120 to just get income and get, you know, all these sign-up bonuses, then understand the pros and cons of doing that as well. Okay. So that, guys, concludes tonight's call on step 4, which is credit card hacking and manufactured spending. So I know we had a couple of demands for that. Yeah. And if anyone wants to share their experiences or, you know, go through anything like that, feel free to. I'm going to stop the share right now and we can kind of go through the kind of network or discuss furthermore.
So just to be clear on the credit card hacking, you had your business travel card that you took to the Simon's Mall and it had a balance of, you know, 10,000 plus, and you got that in gift cards. And then once you got the gift cards, you went to a facility that does something like Western Union, and you use the 4-digit code to buy back $500 in Western Unions, and then you just redeposit that into your bank account to pay for the credit card, and you get points. Okay.
Right. And I wouldn't put it all up in one bank, just because I'm not going to put $10,000 worth of money orders into a bank, right?
Yeah, because it triggers
because it could raise some red flags. I don't like to have red flags in relationships or in life. So what I would do is I would go ahead and casually put it in, right? Little by little.
Right.
So,
okay. And then was there a
different
transaction fee for the Western Union? Did you already calculate how much you made for each of the?
Yep, correct. So every Western Union you're getting get the fee now, but it's $1.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so it's about $1, and then maybe a $1.50 in gift card transactions, so that's $2.50. That's why I say go to the Simon order, go get them at Simon Mall. Or
Got it.
order them online at Simon Mall, they're the least in fees.
Okay, that's pretty
Okay.
clear. Thank you.
You got it. Okay, I have a question here. Joe Allen, what's going on? Introduce yourself, brother.
What's going on? I'm actually at the pool right now with the family. But I had a quick question, right? So when you pretty much pay these cars back and you get these points, can you liquidate that like and get it cash, or would that just go towards your balance? Like, how does that work?
So when you buy something on your credit card or the gift cards, right? It's a form of liquidation too. Yes, correct. So let's say you don't want to pay off the credit card because you have something going on, like you want to just have cash and season up your accounts. That is a form of liquidation as well. Yes. So you don't have to pay off the credit card straight away. Let's say it's a 0% APR card. Well, you don't have to pay off the credit card straight away.
Okay, so technically what you could do is, instead of making the full payment, and let's say if you liquidate 10,000, instead of paying the full 10,000, you use the points towards the balance, and then you just keep the money that you deposit in through the money order, correct?
Sure, yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
All right. Thank you,
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Absolutely. You got it. Okay, I have Trevor Mills. Introduce yourself, brother.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Trevor, based out of Georgia, but I'm all over on the road right now. I'm a commercial truck driver. Matter of fact, I'm in Washington State right now, but in 3 days I'll be in Missouri. My question, I was just curious about, I looked at one of my credit cards in particular, when you were talking about the bonuses back, when you spend at this store, spend at that store. Are there certain credit cards that there's a list of in the group? For example, I took a screenshot of my American Express, right? Talks about I don't get my points back or my cash back point percentage, right? Like, for example, this credit card says it'll give me 2% back up to $50,000 spent in the first year. However, it also says eligible purchases do not include traveler's checks, purchases or pre-loaded cards, gift cards, in-person payments, or cash equivalents. See other terms for restrictions that apply. So is there certain credit cards that you do use and don't use because of that fine print?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So thank you for reading your fine prints. So the credit cards that I've used, more or less the Chase, your Bank of America, your Navy Federal, any other credit cards out there that, will get bonus points. I mean, it's a form of spending money, right? Because these credit cards want you to spend money. So when I did have to hit a sign-up bonus on my Ink card or on my Chase card, right, they're still getting a transaction, right? They're still making money off of you spending, whether it's a gift card or anything like that. So, I mean, if it's Amex and you don't see, oh, wow, well, if it says that fine print, then I would use another way of maybe invoicing yourself or invoicing a company, a sister company, right? So I wouldn't use that method then. And maybe I'd double check and call them up first before you even use that method. Okay? Because we have other methods out there that we can use. It doesn't just have to be that method.
Hey, one more quick question. I don't know if somebody raised their hand.
Does that answer your question, Trevor? Sorry, 1 second.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that does answer my question.
Okay.
I definitely just also wanted to, I guess, really just put that out to everybody, because also it says furthermore, the cash back is minus any returns. Hence why that's why you don't return it on your credit card. You return it on your debit card.
Right.
And I have heard that before, where you do a split payment. There's more than one way to do that, right? Like, you could buy $50,000 in t-shirts, hang on to it for a couple of days, and then, I don't know, return them over time, I guess. I don't know.
Yep.
But But that basically, besides earning the points, you're showing that you had a debt and then you paid the debt to increase your spending limits, correct?
Correct. Correct. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Trevor, and welcome to the Academy. Cool. All right, so what was your question, Alan?
So quick question. So you wouldn't recommend using the Amex Platinum or Gold for manufacturer spending?
I mean, I would, but I would do it to a certain extent, right? I would maybe use an invoice because with Amex Platinum, like, you know, it might have you spend $20,000 for 150,000 points. I've seen those offers before, but I would go like little by little. I would still do it, but I would just not do it as much on that one. Right? So just do it on a card that makes sense for you. Do it light. Do it light. And if you know, it depends on how often you're doing it. Another way, I didn't even mention this, but you know, like I said, I've seen guys and I know people that do this on a full-time basis where they can make someone an authorized user. Let's say it's a company card, and you know, even if you do e-commerce, right? You might have an authorized user account. So let's say I make you know you my authorized account, and now it's on the ink card. Well, I don't have to go and do it, right? I can scale this business up if I want, right? And have someone else do it, because what is $200 times 5 people doing it every single day? That's $1,000 getting made every single day, printing out cash, you know. But it's just about what you want to do at scale, and if you want to do this, I know people that can do this. So I hope that helps your question. So like, if you do want to try this, you're more than happy to try it. And this is something that, you know, why you join the Academy is to know these hacks, to know these things, and it's to understand you got to take action and try it. Maybe in a place where you live, there's nowhere to do it. Like, I know where to do it in Chicago because I did it in Chicago, and I know some guys that live out there, and I said, well, go here, here, and here. I've been there already. So if you find a place, drop it in, and we'll share, you know, how your response is, and we'll do a forum on, okay, well, this is how it worked, but you have to just try it in your state. And if it doesn't work in your state, then you're gonna have to use another option. But I'm sure, you know, there's thousands of supermarkets out there that you could probably give it a shot, right? Hello. Yes. Luis. Yes.
All right. So love the call so far, bro. But I guess the question I have is like, so with this play with the gift card play, I mean, you having done this as long as you have, you know, would you say there's a limit to how many times you do this in a month?
No, I wouldn't.
So you just print 150, you would spend $10,000 a day, print $150 a day.
I would be more strategic about, you know, how I'm doing it, and be like cautious on the risk to reward. So I know that doing this is risky, right? Doing these plays, if you were to do it every day, I'm sure with not other revenue coming into your business or into your account, it would raise up a lot of red flags on scams and frauds, right? So I would intersect this with something else in there to make sure that it's not just like me washing money, because this is probably known as money laundering to some people, right? So I would be sure to not do it all the time, but remember when I said, okay, well, if I make someone else an authorized user account, well, it's going in there, you know, it's spreading it around. I'm not saying we're money laundering by any means, you know, but I'm saying that it can be done every day if you want it to. I just rather give you it as an example to hit sign up bonuses, you know, not to, okay, let's go wild and go ham on, you know, I'm not here to, you know, like, sure, Isaiah, yeah, like, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to tell you guys, go do it every day. This is more of a form of, okay, well, hit your sign up bonuses if you just want, you know, extra couple of thousands in your account. Now, have I done it to at scale of 10,000 every day times 30 days? No, I have not. And I'll be honest with that. Okay. So if someone wants to be the first person to try and get rich like Isaiah will, then I'm all for it, you know?
So, to kind of piggyback off what Joey's talking about. So when you start doing MS transactions on a corporation level, right? You want to make sure it's not just a 3% transaction fee that you need to worry about with your merchant account. You need to also make sure that you have a set invoicing template for it, right? Whether you're using QuickBooks or you're using Stripe or using Square or using whoever your merchant account is as a business, right? These are things that banking presidents of banks and treasurers and different things, they look for that, right? They look for manufacturer spending to shut down your account. Same thing with MoneyGram and Western Union, which are all kind of collabed under one corporation. So you want to, like, I've done this since 2018 with my corporation with L7 Solutions, and I've done it with other businesses I have, my restaurants, my water brand companies, graphic design, t-shirt companies, purple sea moss companies, aphrodisiacs, edibles, whatever, right? And so every company already, when you get set up with your merchant account, you're going to already be listed either high risk or low risk, right? So when you have when you want to stay in with your low risk company, right? That's with setting up a merchant account like QuickBook Payments, right? Or Stripe, and have it integrated into your CRM and integrated into your business. So when you're taking payments, and this is nothing on no Cash App, this is no Chime, this is no Venmo. The only thing that you could probably associate it with is a merchant account with Chase. And you want to even if you do it with your Chase bank account or your Truist bank account or anything to that nature, you still want a second or third party vendor like Intuit, QuickBooks Payments, where you get your merchant career account. The reason why I'm going into the merchant service provider, the MSP, versus just having a regular merchant account because you just opened up some random damn bank account is because when you go into the transactional history and you're looking at how much percentage that per credit card as a business owner, you can see what credit card someone used, if it was a credit card or a debit card. You can see how many times they tried it, if it got declined. You can see all types of information inside your merchant center, right? And that spreadsheet and those reports that's generated inside of your spreadsheet will give you the idea of one, how fast the transaction went through, two, if the person knew the PIN or not, three, if the people that are doing it at a mall or a gas station or a store, if they had charged it as a debit or a credit. And so if you think about it, and if it's giving you that much information on a spreadsheet instantaneously through QuickBooks Payments or Stripe, now you could do that in between your business. And anybody in my network know, to people in their 60s and 50s and business owners of all types who do this to get their inventory, to pay their employees, to get equipment, to pay for vendors, to pay for payees, to pay for any of that stuff, right? They know that. And so they know that if they're going to be moving money in between their own businesses and brands, and they know a year or 2 or 3 years later, the IRS is going to audit them and their transactional history, then what you want to have is two businesses in between. And you want it to be low risk businesses. And you want it to be something that's so ambiguous, it can be towards anything. And so it can be for a super Target gift card, right? You can't do Walmart gift cards because they all got flagged for doing that too much. So no MoneyGram, no Platinum, no Green Dot, no jail spend cards. But Super Target doesn't mind, right? And it's just like Joey was saying during the YouTube video, and it was just like everyone, like he was showing, you want to make sure that you find your exact spots. If your company is good for paying out things for money orders for like a company barbecue or a swimming pool party or this or that or equipment or anything like that, or is this a service, right? Because services are, since they're not a tangible product, right, they get audited more. So you want to make sure that that service that you're providing is low risk. And if it is a consultation, you don't want to just say consultation, because now that's high risk now in 2023. Before 2020, that wasn't high risk, but now it is high risk. I know I have consulting brokers and I've been audited by the IRS 3 times, passed with flying colors every single time, because I could explain the service was for document prep. Oh, I just helped somebody or IT technical service. People don't know how to get into their email. People don't know how to set up their their CRM. People don't know how to get into their directories for Manta, BBB. You have to be creative with this, right? So everybody's listening on this call. Go to the NICS.com, look up what's low risk for 2023. They have to tell you. If you look, right, you ask and then you receive. So look up all the low risk companies and industries under the NICS code or SIC, which is sub industry code. You look up all those low risk industries and transactions. You make sure that your invoice you charging yourself, right? One of your companies or two of your companies or your friend company, we're in a network, use it. Use each other's invoicing services so you can have that two companies in between. Because what a lot of bankers won't tell you or presidents of banks won't tell you is after two transactions, it can be your own damn company and they don't care. The IRS doesn't care. But they just want to make sure that there's a triangle, a trifecta of transactions to make it not be money laundering, right? Now, if you have company A and company B, if you have company A and company B and they're both your companies or you're the officer on both of the companies, or if someone looks up the Secretary of State and sees Joe Schmo on both companies, it's going to look like money laundering. But if it's Joe Schmo's baby who's only 10 years old and they're on a company and they're only moving transactions back and forth between A and B. But if you have company A, B, and C, right, and you move the transactions enough in between, then at that point, now it's not considered manufactured spending, especially if the service being provided is low risk and it don't need it, like, or if it's tangible, like a product like water or a t-shirt or a headband or a rubber band or anything. It could be any item, but you're providing that item. It could be office, it could be paper, it could be and if it is going to be a consultation, make sure that it's a easy to explain, very specific consultation. Oh, I helped them set up their computer. Oh, I helped them print out. Oh, I fixed their printer. Oh, I helped them set up a wallet or fix their iPhone or help them download an app. Oh, I helped them recover and get back into their email or their Dropbox or their cloud storage or Mega Cloud or whatever. Make it something very simple, very Generation Z, very, oh, these older baby boomers and Generation Y and stuff don't know, but I did it for them. That's the invoice. You can ask them, they're going to vouch. I'll vouch for y'all. Boom. You send a service to L7, send a service to L7s if you need to get a money order and then have that invoice and that SKU number. Make these templates, do a group call with each other, get your templates pretty much made for your QuickBooks payment invoice or your Stripe invoice, right? And then boom, now when you're moving stuff and you're liquidating these business credit cards, you're liquidating these personal credit cards, now you have invoices in 2 or 3 of our companies inside the Credit Academy vouching for you. My company's in good standing. I know there's plenty of other people inside of the Credit Academy who companies are in good standing. We will vouch for you. What the worst they're going to do is ask for an email, ask for a phone number. Get your Twilio free number through a CRM. Boom, now you got a local business number. They're going to call and hear that business name on the local number from the AI voice and going to say, oh, this is a real business. Oh, I looked them up in Atlanta. They're a real business. Oh, I looked them up in New York or California or Tampa, Florida. It's a real business. There's a point of contact. A human person answered the phone. Oh, that's it. They're not going to search that hard. They haven't searched that hard in the 5-6 years that I've been doing this. I have moved hundreds of thousands of dollars a month doing this. I've had no problem physically going to banks or going to store markets. I've even sent it out overseas to Albania, Germany, Italy, different places like that. And it's only when you don't know the rules where it can make you nervous. Trust me, I was doing this in my sleep, right? And I've trained multiple people on how to do this, employees and W-2 employees and 1099 contractors. I've taught my other vendors and payees on my payee accounts how to do this so that we can move money in between each other. And then I'll teach them how to do it through crypto. And then I'll teach them how to do it through their credit cards and corporate credit cards, which is the difference. And I'll teach them how to do it through their merchant account. So one, we're showing enough transactions and histories with each other, right? Because we're our own network, right? And we vouch for each other. We're there for each other. We're making sure this is boom. And then all the banks are saying is, wow, whether it's MS or not, they got enough people who do what? Trust them. So we know they're making money. We know they have discipline to even sit there and get 3 months of bank statements, a quarter of tax returns worth of transaction of showing $50,000, $10,000, whatever, moving here. And in comparable credit, when we're teaching you credit here in the academy, comparable credit, which is one of the lessons I've taught some of you already, But for the new people, when you learn how your comparable credit works, now your comparable credit says, this is the minimum I can trust Trevor Mills on how much credit, because his credit report shows that he knows how to handle a comparable credit of 10,400. So if he gets approved for Navy Federal Cash Awards or Navy Federal Flagship or Navy Federal Amex Cash Awards, I know he can handle a minimum, an average of $10,400. So when I approve him for a card, I want to see him do a little bit more because we're a credit union, we're a nonprofit, Navy Federal, so I can give him a little bit more. So his minimum that he'll get approved for is 15,000 to 25,000. And now other banks are going to get jealous. Oh, Navy Federal gave Trevor 15,000 flagship. Well, I'm Wells Fargo active credit flex card. I want to give him 15,000 too. I want to be his main squeeze, so I might give him 18,000. Give him 3,000 more on the comparable credit just to see what he's going to do. So see if I can get him to cheat on Navy Federal as far as utilization. I want him to get my point. And then Amex is going to see it. Oh, fuck no. Wells Fargo gave him 18,000. Oh, well, I'm going to give him 25,000 because I'm a Trump Navy Federal and Wells Fargo active flex card because I want to be the main squeeze. It's called bank versus bank comparable credit. And they're going to see that every 3 months. The computers, the bots are going to see it. Not even a human underwriter. The bots are going to see that every tax quarter, every 3 months, every 90 days, if you're utilizing it effectively, like how we teach you how to hit that sweet spot, that 7%, the thing that your banker and teller are not going to tell you. This is the type of power within the Credit Academy. This is the type of leverage and the trust that we have for each other that Joey and Alex started building up 3 years ago, and then they've been adding more valuable players to it every year. I joined myself last year, and I will love to get all this information out to you young, hungry business owners. I don't give a fuck if you're doing Airbnb, crypto, real estate, tech, software as a service. I will put all my knowledge and experience, and anybody who's been on a coaching call with me, know I will give it all to you and make sure that you understand it, and it's not some forlorn concept, because the money's out here to be made. The technology is out here to be leveraged. The information and knowledge and power is out here to be utilized, only if you got the balls or ovaries to utilize it.
Let's go, bro.
Apologies for the tangent. Apologies for the tangent. But
Well, we
hopefully
got
y'all learned
Academy Coach Lucky going in there as I, dropped in the Telegram. But yeah, guys, so that's for tonight's call. We wanted to go over credit card hacking, how to go over the pros of it, the cons of it, and what to do with it, right? So, hope that was a lot of information. If you enjoyed that, tag us on IG, tag the Academy, tag Lucky, tag everyone here. And let's spread the message of good love and support. And let's go these credit and let's go make this money. Yeah. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for.
Thanks, Joey. I'll post this up on the story. And you're muted, by the way. Joey, you're muted as shit.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, I was just saying thank you all for coming on tonight, and I'll see you guys on the next webinar, potentially next week. We'll see, but bi-weekly for sure. And yeah, if anyone wants to talk after, like just about stuff, I'll be here for the next 5 minutes.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
Said hi yet.
Good stuff, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro.
Soaking in game, bro. Soaking in game. Every time I jump on, it always gets better. That's what I love about this community, man. You did your thing and you kept your word, bro. Keep on rolling.
Thanks,
I'll stick around for a bit.
Thank you, everybody, for y'all time. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Lucky.
Have a good night.
Night, guys.
Yeah, thank you all. Everybody have a good night. I actually got like 30 minutes here. I got to get prepped for my trip to Missouri. So appreciate y'all.
All right,
Talk to y'all
Trevor.
soon.
Appreciate you jumping on. Welcome to the team, man.
Drive, Trevor.